So if you're new here, I'm Mike, father of 3 and husband of Sophie, who's currently over 1,000 kilometres away in the North Island, and the start of her time away hasn't started so well. With 2 sick kids on antibiotics, we've had some Antarctic spring storms come through that have seen us spending more time inside the caravan than outside exploring. So we've decided to head to a low-cost campsite in a small village called Kaitangata, where the motor camp here has full facilities and doesn't charge for kids, just $18 a night for the 4 of us here. I reckon after more than 2 years travelling on the road, this little peaceful town is so old school New Zealand, providing a great service to the public. It must be the cheapest town in New Zealand, so let's get this little adventure underway and we'll show you some of the fun that we had here in Kaitangata.
We just went to the cookie time takeaways and in Kaitangata, and we got like 3 fish, 2 squid rings, a hot dog, 1 scoop of chips,
2 scoops of chips,
2 scoops of chips, a corn fritter, and it was like only $19.20 for all that.
So we're looking forward to it arriving and seeing if it is as good as it sounds, because that is so cheap. So hope it's going to be an epic feed. Heard good things about this place. Had what, Jade?
They had $3 double scoop ice creams. Yum.
Yeah, we might be back here tomorrow to get some ice creams.
Would we?
We're just going to live at this store, I think. If you're watching from overseas in New Zealand, our takeaways from a fish and chip shop always come wrapped in newspaper. Not the food layer, but the outside layer keeps the food warm.
I've never thought about it like
Usually eaten at the beach. Yeah, because you're just used to it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Can I hold it?
What a way to start off a vlog, eh? With some fresh fish and chips. Looking pretty good to start with, that's for sure.
Yum.
Not too bad, $19. Random sized pieces of fish. Here's your corn fritter. Whoa.
Whoa. The table's not ready.
Random long hot dog. So where is it?
Well, for $19, that's pretty good, I reckon. That is, like, you'd pay more than $19 for a meal at a restaurant, and that's going to feed us all. 90-cent squid rings. Bargain. What do you kids think of it?
So delicious.
Yum.
It's definitely a real down-to-earth organic kind of takeaway store, so I don't think consistency is key. It's just firing at the food and giving a good price for people, especially the locals, to come get a nice, cheap, easy takeaway like you used to get back in the old days. So definitely a win on that part.
Yeah.
What a great little spot, eh? Just out the campground gate, there is like the McEwen Fuel, you've got the pub, fish and chip shop just down the way, skate park, bike park, public toilets, great. Kaitangata, man, what an affordable place to come hang out for a bit, and some just great little activities. Also, you got the Clutha River right next door, right across the road, so it's pretty cool spot around here. Despite just one day being back on the meds for Toby and Riley, who had been quite sick, just a lap on the bike track reminded them that they weren't quite healthy enough yet, but they were both, all of them were really keen to get out there and do some riding on the track. There are some operational coal mines, I believe, around here too. We saw yesterday when we went for a little drive, coal on the beach, just like washed up coal on the beach, which I've never seen before. So there's obviously quite a lot of it around here. For me, it just feels like a real grassroots town, catering for the locals, but welcoming the visitors. Good morning. Well, me and the kids are going to go down the coast a bit to a spot called Mitchell's Rocks. We saw from our friends that there's some cool like fossils down there. So we'll go and see what it's all about. We've got a picnic lunch to take with us too. Because it's sunny and warm today, yay! Cool, well we've made it out here. Classic New Zealand scene, eh? We've got some nice green rolling hills with sheep in them. And here's the beach right next to it. The kids have gone down already. After what feels like weeks of wet and cold weather, we had a glorious day to explore a beach covered in fossils. And if you're wondering what this beach is called, then Google Maps Mitchell Rocks. It's between Smith's Beach and Measley's Beach. It was a bit of a dodgy track to get down in Jandals, quite steep but definitely achievable.
Here's a big chunk of coal. So big.
There's coal like spread out all along this beach. It's real weird. I have not noticed coal on the beaches before. We thought they were just like unfinished burnt pieces of firewood. But no, it's definitely coal. Yeah, go Tibes. If sunny days outside are fun for Dad, the kids now had an amazing natural playground to explore and talk about an outdoor classroom of coal on the beach and lots of fossils that we were about to find.
There's heaps of like things coming out of the wall. Look at this one. It's like lumpy. I wonder if it's like metal.
Maybe it's dinosaurs.
Dinosaur teeth.
One day we'll find we catch the light and burn our way home. Our way home. There's a path cut in time. There's a way inside. Colors blur and ashes fly. If you hold on, so will I. Oh, I know when our worlds collide, it's the hardest fight. And oh, I know one day we'll find we catch the light and burn our way home. Our way home. Oh, there's something beautiful, lost it long ago. Pieces of our souls bend and then unfold, and we'll burn our way through it. The veil is wearing thin. Every beginning's end is coming back again. It's coming back again. It's coming back again.
Chips and dip sandwiches.
The old Expelliarmus died on us. It's started smoking, so I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to turn it off. I'll show you this. You just turn it on. I've taken the thing off, but here she goes. Yeah, so turn the 12-volt power off and it seems to kill everything, so I'm gonna have to try and find the fuse to pull it out. Otherwise we've got no power in the caravan. So I pulled all of the 12-volt fuses out and put one back in at a time. We knew straight away if we got the right one because the clock would turn on. And after removing the correct fuse, we found we had no light above the kitchen bench at all, as this was fused with the same fuse. So I decided to just remove the whole kitchen fan altogether, so at least we had a light for food prep and dishes, and I could put the fuse back in. Sweet. Alright, well we've put the fuse back in and we've got the light. Is it going? Yeah, the lights, we've got power again here, so we'll see if the oven ignites and then we're good to go.
The oven, is that the priority?
Oh, and that was the other thing. The oven ignition also didn't work because it needed the fuse. Success. Anyway, team, we're going to leave this episode here. It's not really my most exciting episode, but I thought Kaitangata deserved a shout out, and that beach is very interesting to go and explore. But next week we're at Lowburn Freedom Camp, a favourite of many of yours. And the heat's raging and Soph comes home after 2 weeks of adventures. It was so good to see her again. But thanks a bunch for watching our video, and we will see you in the next one.